Alright, we got Rapidfire versus Minnesota Valor. No clue where they're from. Gonna have Bartness first on the face-off for Rapidfire. He is flanked by Brzezinski and Baker. Got Nordness and Williams on defense. Sent over to the far boards by Bartness. Nordness up to Brzezinski. Brzezinski will carry down to the corner. Looks to center to Baker, broken up by the Valor. Slap shot from up near the blue line by Williams. Nice shot with the rebound out front. Valor's going to pick it up, send it to the far boards. Nordness breaks it up. He'll send that behind the Rapidfire net. Valor tries to center that, broken up by Bartness. Valor's going to grab it and send it down deep behind the Rapidfire net while they grab a line change. Baker receives it up at the blue line. Valor's going to enter the zone. Shot from top of the circle, wide of the net, but gloved and knocked down by Sandberg. Picked up by Williams. He does not clear the zone. Second attempt, up to Brzezinski. That one gets out into the neutral zone. Brzezinski carries along the boards, loses control of the puck ahead of him. Valor will take it over. Valor sends it up ice. Some Rapidfire players out of the box. That one's going to be wide of the net. He picked up by McDonald. Held in by the Valor, picked up by Talarico near the blue line. Talarico banks it off the boards. Valor's going to take it over. Dumped by Valor down to the corner. Olsen there for Rapidfire. Cross ice pass hits Welty. McDonald will pick it up, circle in front of the Rapidfire net. Up ice, he's looking for Olsen, out of his reach. Talarico's going to grab it, carry through the neutral zone. Talarico along the near boards, turns and looks, centers down to Welty. Welty tries to put a shot on net, stripped by the Valor. Chinsky will send that cross ice to McDonald. McDonald up for Welty, it's out of his reach, and we'll have an icing call. Knows I mean it. Valor will send that cross ice. Pressure by Jopi. Jopi sends that cross ice over to Nordness. Nordness up ice. He hits Passbrigg. Passbrigg over to Sheridan. Sheridan in the corner. Valor's going to come away with it. Carry behind the net. Met by Passbrigg. Valor loses the puck out in front of the net. They're going to pick it back up, however. Be held in by Williams. Williams sends that bouncing wide of the net. Sheridan tips it up to Nordness. Nordness over to Williams. Williams sends that back towards the net, but hits a Valor skate. Valor is going to pick it up and send it down for an icing call. Then you're not buying.
No, actually, go ask them. Go ask them. Oh, so free. Go ask them.
Bartness on the draw for Rapidfire. Brzezinski trying to get control of the puck in the circle. Valor will send that along the boards. Sent back towards the net by Olsen. Baker gets a stick on it. He'll send that wide of the net. Valor up ice, turn it over to Olsen. Olsen plays keep away, sends a cross ice to McDonald. McDonald being pressured. Back across to Olsen. Olsen looking for Brzezinski. Brzezinski gets a stick on that one. He'll chase it to the corner. Baker steps in. Brzezinski comes away. He's tripped up. No call coming on that. Olsen fires towards the net. Bouncing puck will be gloved and held by the goaltender. Line change for Rapidfire will bring out Talarico, Welty, Kaczynski, Williams, and Nordness. Kaczynski up to Nordness. Nordness fires on net. Loose puck. Valor's going to pick it up, send it out towards the Rapidfire net. That'll be on point. Sandberg will send it over to Nordness along the far boards. Nordness chips it up. Kaczynski's going to pick it up. He carries to the neutral zone, taken off of his stick. Talarico stripped in the far corner. Valor will send that along the boards. He held in by Williams. Valor will stretch that cross ice. And the same. Valor's going to sink that past Sandberg. 2 stretch passes, gets beyond the Rapidfire defenseman. We'll put the Valor up 1-0. Stop. Sheridan on the faceoff. Olsen chips it over to McDonald. McDonald up ice. It's Passbrink. Passbrink centers across. Sorry, the jerseys are tucked in on the back. It's hard to tell the numbers. My bad. I'm not sure if that was Passbrink or Jopie. Passbrink sends that one cross ice. McDonald sends it on net. Valor's going to pick it up. Up the boards, held in by Olsen. Olsen will carry down to the corner. Jopie steps in to help out. Valor's going to come away with that. They look for that cross ice pass, intercepted by McDonald. McDonald, shot from top of the circle, just high over the net. Olsen gets there, he'll send that back behind, or back to the corner. Valor sends that right on point of their own net. Oh, Valor sent that out from kind of behind the net in the corner, hit the side of the net. Passbrink able to step in, pick it up, and fire a shot at the net. Will be saved by the goaltender. Bartness will take the face-off. Valor will control off of the face-off, carry behind their net, up the far boards. Center by Valor. They'll pick it up, chop it up towards the blue line. They'll carry into the neutral zone. Bartness forces a turnover. They're going to take that off Williams' stick, though. That shot hits the pipe. Be held in by the Valor. Nordness will pick it up. He'll carry. Nordness down to the near corner. He is stripped in the corner. Baker steps in to help. Baker comes away with it. Baker looks to center. Baker turns and shoots and finds the net. Try to catch a highlight on it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Baker was looking to center, didn't find anything, so took the goal himself. Good job, Will! Quite the angle there. That'll tie it up at ones. Bartness on the face-off. Valor will win that. Nordness up the boards to Brzezinski. Brzezinski shoots from up near the top of the circle. Rebound out front. Valor grabs it, sends it wide of the net. That one's going to clear the zone. Brzezinski will pick it up. He'll chip it back to Nordness, who sends it up to Williams. Williams up to Baker. Baker over to Brzezinski. Brzezinski shot from top of the circle. Rebound out front. Nordness overruns it, gets a slight stick on it. In the right place. Baker drop pass, looking for Brzezinski. Valor's going to pick that one up. They'll send that up the boards. Cross ice pass broken up by Nordness. Nope, Williams, sorry. Williams looking for the far side of the net there, just wide. Brzezinski will chip it to the corner and chase. Williams sends that to the far corner. Brzezinski picks it up, turns and shoots. Deflection. Welty can't quite get a stick on that one. Welty comes away from the boards with it though. Welty circles out in front of the net. Tries to backhand that one. That's sent wide. Welty picks it back up. Welty up high to Kaczynski. Kaczynski over to the corner. Kaczynski behind the net to Bartness. Bartness back to Kaczynski. Kaczynski tries to send that across the crease, see if he hits anything. Valor's going to grab it off the net for a 2-on-1. Nordness back, pushes him to the corner. Valor will send that wide of the net. Picked up by Nordness, held in by Valor. Nope, that one's going to get past Valor. Kaczynski picks it up. Yes, Max! Kaczynski with the goal. Give you the replay. And it's Jopie, right?
What's that?
It's Jopie?
Yeah.
Okay. I was saying Jupie before, and I'm like, I know that's
Doesn't
not
matter.
right.
People say Juki all the time.
Jen corrected me, so I appreciate it. No, it's... I don't know what I'm saying. I just say things. You get what you pay for. That's what I would say. Britta knows way more than I do about hockey, so... Kaczynski will send that down to the far corner of the Valor zone. They try to clear, broken up by Welty. Valor will come away from the corner with that. Cross ice stretch. It's going to get past everyone. Be wide of the net. Should be an icing call. That is not a penalty. Talarico's going to take the draw here for Rapidfire. Sends it over to the boards. McDonald had a stick on that. Kaczynski sends it towards the net. Goaltender's going to glove it. Talarico draws again. Loose puck. Olsen will send it to the far corner. Valor will pick it up. Talarico pressures in the corner. Kaczynski steps in to help. Kaczynski will grab that, send that behind the Valor net along the boards. Welty to the corner. Valor will carry that out of the zone. Over to the far side. Centering attempt. Intercepted by McDonald. Valor sends it behind the net. Player loses an edge, loses control of the puck. Kaczynski will send that, nope. McDonald up ice to Kaczynski. Over to Welty. Welty will carry in, defender loses an edge. Welty shot, nice shot. Deflected with a loose puck out in front of the net. Valor's gonna pick it up. Stretch for Valor. I think I can see Talarico and Welty in the corner. We gotta have one more. Yep, Olsen's there too. Welty will chip that one up out into the neutral zone. Valor's gonna fire that on net from out near the red line. Sandberg will deflect it over to Nordness. Nordness up along the boards out into the neutral zone. Valor will send that one back down to the corner behind the net. Williams gets there. Ooh, sent on net. Williams is right there. Sandberg was going to cover that, I think, and knocked out. And sent up to Jopie. Jopie carries over the blue line. Jopie looks to send that on net, broken up by Valor. Loose puck, though, out front. Valor's going to pick it up, head the other direction. Nordness and Williams back on defense. Nordness pushes them to the corner. Centering attempt, knocked away by Williams. Sheridan, I believe. Over along the far boards, he'll dump that down into the Valor zone. Valor loses control right behind their net. And they pick it back up. Jopie pressures. Williams up to Jopie. Jopie will carry into the circle. Cross ice. Sheridan wide open. Top shelves it on a beautiful pass there from Jopie. Nice. That'll put Rapidfire up 3-1. That was pretty. The cool thing about this app too is I'll get clips after the game of those highlights and I'll put them in the chat for anyone who wants to pull them from there. Or you can put your cell number in the chat if you want me to text them to you. Bartness on the face-off. Sent over to the boards. Pressure by Baker. Baker's going to strip that from the Valor. Over to Brzezinski. Brzezinski gets a shot on. It'll be gloved by the goaltender.
Jack Sheridan. Assistant number 8, Axel Joki.
Oh, well, he knows how to pronounce it, and I didn't even know how to pronounce it. It's impressive. Off of the face-off, Bartness sends it to the near corner, Brzezinski. Ask how to pronounce it. I'll be like Googling it. How do you say this? Should have done that before. Olsen holds the zone. Olsen looks to center. Puck behind the net. Baker over to the far corner. Baker sends it up high. McDonald, I think, flipped that towards the Valor zone. McDonald intercepts the pass. It's going to get behind him. Good pressure by McDonald, though. Valor can't quite get a stick on it. And be held in by Valor. McDonald chips it up the boards. Come on, B, get there. Valor will come away from the boards with it. McDonald will pick it up. He'll carry out of the zone. McDonald chips it along the boards and chases. Gets in front of the defender. McDonald sends it towards the net, hits the side. Valor sends it up along the boards. Baker's going to come away with it. He's going to turn and look to shoot wide of the net. Rebound attempt there by McDonald. Ooh. Yep, that's got to be a penalty on Valor. A little retaliation there. They were holding on to McDonald's stick and didn't like what happened and turned and retaliated. So Rapidfire is going to have a one-man advantage here for 2 minutes on, I imagine, a roughing call. Talarico on the draw. Talarico sends it over to the boards. Kaczynski up high to Williams. Williams sends out wide of the net. One's going to get poked past Nordness. Williams back and Talarico chases. Talarico back checks. It's twice the size of him. Kaczynski along the boards over to Talarico. That was an interference call on the Valor, by the way. Talarico back to Williams. Talarico will pick it up. It's taken off of his stick. Taken back by Nordness. Nordness up ice to Welty, who drop passes it back. Shot there wide of the net. Gets behind the Rapidfire defenseman. Williams hustles to back check. Shot center mass for Sandberg. We'll cover that up for a whistle. He caught him there.
Huh?
He caught up to him. Yeah.
He's pretty fast.
Yeah. Just kind of a fluke one there, the way it almost passed him. So 5-on-4 for another 58 seconds. Sheridan on the face-off there. Over to the boards, blocked. Shot by, I think, Pasprig. Sorry if I'm wrong, I'll correct after. Shot center mass for the goaltender, gets a stick on the rebound. Look to center up front. That was Pasprig, yep. Sheridan works to try to get a shot off, intercepted by the Valor. They're going to fire that down ice. It should be an icing call. And it is. Sheridan will draw for rapid fire. Chipped up high by the Valor. Shot towards the net. Jopi gets a stick on that. It's 1-2 shots. Sheridan sends that cross ice. Jopi to the corner. Jopi sends it up along the boards. McDonald will enter. Shot from top of the circle, deflected over to the corner by the goaltender. Olsen sends it back on net. Intercepted by the Valor. They're back at full strength here. Shot towards the net by Sheridan. That's wide. Passberg over to the far boards. Sheridan to the near boards. Oh, jeez. Jopi gets a shot off there. He was getting roughed pretty good coming out of the corner. But still gets a shot off.
In 25 seconds, you're gonna go ask. It's literally $4.
Bartness. Brzezinski. Centers out front. Loose puck out front. Valor picks it up. Brzezinski gets it back. Sends it along the boards. Valor's going to pick it up, send it out of the zone. McDonald turns. He's going to chip that back towards the rapid fire zone to Olsen. Olsen looks up ice. It's intercepted by the Valor at center ice. Olsen carries behind the rapid fire net. That should just about kill the period here. And it does. So we'll end the first period. Rapid fire 3. Minnesota Valor 1. All right, start of period 2. Bartness on the face-off.
$3 for a chocolate chip muffin.
I think we've had enough sugar.
What?
I think we've had enough sugar. Baker chips it up the boards to Bartness. Valor's going to strip that. Baker knocks it away.
Popcorn for $4.
Bartness tips it over to Baker, sends it back to Bartness. Bartness tries to get a stick down. Baker follows it up. Loose puck. Valor is going to grab that. Back check by Brzezinski. And Nordness pushes him over to the boards. Valor sends it up ice. Nordness back along the boards. Bartness is there, chips it up to Baker. That gets past him, but out of the zone. cross ice. Bartness challenges. Valor is going to dump that to the corner, be picked up by Williams. Williams back over to Nordness. Nordness up to Baker. Baker centers it to Bartness. Bartness between the defender's legs there. But it's turned over to Valor. Pressure by Bartness and Welty. Valor's going to pick it back up. Shot on goal. Sandberg had it in his glove, dropped it down. He sent over to the corner by Williams. Williams up ice to Welty. Poked off of Welty's stick in the far circle. Talarico out of the box, pressures. Chinsky gets a stick on that one. Olsen behind the Rapidfire net. Up to Welty along the far boards. Welty over to Talarico. It's taken off of Talarico's stick in the neutral zone. Valor's going to head back the other direction. Olsen tries to push him to the boards. They get around Olsen, get a shot off, and hits Nordness. Up to Talarico. Talarico, 11 offsides call there. The other side. Talarico on the face-off. McDonald along the boards down into the Valor zone. They're going to pick it up, try to clear the zone, held in by Welty. Valor will clear. McDonald will pick it up and carry behind the Rapidfire net. Up ice, he's looking for Kaczynski. Talarico's going to pick it up. Tries to chip it around the Valor player. It's knocked down, tied up along the boards. I'm going to call off sides on that. I don't know. Line change will bring out Sheridan, Nordness, Williams, Jopi, and Passbrigg. Passbrigg tips it back to Williams. He sends it up ice. It'll be turned over to the Valor. Valor stretches that cross ice. They're beyond Nordness. Lifted up, shot wide above the net, high above the net. Valor looks for that same cross ice stretch. They'll send that wide of the net. Valor gets there first. Center, right out front, unchallenged. Nice save by Sandberg there. This is going to get chippy, you can tell. Sends that towards the net. Sandberg will poke it over to the corner. Center. Picked up by Sheridan. Valor gets slap shot from out near the blue line. They pick up the rebound. Blocked by Williams. Williams will send it to the near corner. Jopi carries in, loses control of the puck. Valor's going to stretch that. Hustled by McDonald there. McDonald gets there. Sends that along the boards. Up to Williams. I think Williams got a tip on that. Valor will head back the other direction. Poked away by McDonald and by Bartness. Olsen reads that. That goes between Olsen's legs. Can they get a shot? Sandberg's going to deflect that up and into the netting. Ooh, I almost knocked that dunk in. You're gonna have to move. Hartness there on the face-off. Overrun by Valor. Baker's going to pick it up. He's looking up ice for Brzezinski. It's ahead of him. Hartness pressures to hold the zone. Baker's going to strip it. Baker moves towards the net, taken off of his stick, sent over to the far boards. Valor is going to clear the zone on that. McDonald's picks it up in the neutral zone. Up to Brzezinski. Brzezinski clears one player, loses control of the puck. That's Baker down to the corner. Can't quite see the corners here. I think Baker strips it again from the Valor. He's going to come away from the boards with it. Stays on his feet. Loose puck out front. Brzezinski will... I'm not sure if that was Talarico. I think it might have been Talarico, but Baker got the first shot. Little rebound left out front for Rapidfire. Baker really worked to get that away from the boards there. Nice. Way to work in the corner, Will. It'll be sent towards the Rapidfire net right off of the face-off. McDonald up the boards. Valor centers. Baker's going to intercept it. Baker cross ice to Brzezinski. That bounces past his stick. Nice pass, just a little bouncy. Bartness will enter the zone. Bartness fires that towards the net. Loose puck out front. Brzezinski gets a shot just wide of the net. Bartness behind the net. Go. Bartness picks it up. Bartness with the goal. Backhand shot, I believe, by Bartness. Nice, Breck. Good job, Breck. Face-off will see Talarico flanked by Kaczynski and Welty. We've got Nordness and Williams on defense. Nordness up the boards looking for Welty.
Scoring goal Rapidfire, number 16, Brendan Bartness. Unassisted. That was Bartness, unassisted.
Yeah, so the last goal they called for Brecken. I don't know, the one before they never got to calling before second goal, so not sure who credited there. That one's fired just high of the net. Welty bodied off of it over along the boards. Second time, got a penalty coming on that one. That'll give us a rapid-fire power play on a penalty drawn by Welty. On the face-off, chips it up high to Kaczynski. Kaczynski drops it back to Nordness, back to Kaczynski, sheds a defender. Kaczynski carries in, loses an edge. Goaltender covers that up, I think, is the reason for the whistle. It was pretty quick, but... Williams clears the defender, chips it up over the net. Picked up by Welty. Up to Talarico. Talarico bar down. On an assist from Welty, sends it back out off of the Williams shot. Nice. Nice at that time, Tara.
McDonald's and then swim.
Valor chips it up ice. Their player loses an edge. Kaczynski gets a stick on it. They're going to pick it back up.
Valor's number 14, Connor Hare, 2 hits for interference.
Walty down to the corner, looks to center. Nobody there.
Scoring a power play goal for Rapidfire, number 77, Jimbo Talarico.
We got him on the roster as Jimbo.
Number 18, Jason Welty. Second assistant, number 22, Weston Williams. That's a power play goal.
Center by Talarico to Welty. Welty gets a stick on it. At least one shot there. Might have been more. Sheridan on the draw. That one sent wide of the net by McDonald. Held in by McDonald down to Passbrigg. Valor's going to clear that, but quickly taken away by McDonald. McDonald will regroup. Sends that cross ice. Sheridan along the boards. Works to try to get control. Jopi grabs it. Up high to McDonald. McDonald will send that over to the boards. Picked up by Passbrigg. Passbrigg sends that on net. Goaltender's going to cover that one up for a whistle. Hartness on the draw. Valor up the boards. Hartness comes away from the boards with it over to Nordness. Nordness, big shot from up near the blue line. That's wide of the net. Valor's going to pick it up. Move that cross ice. Nordness gets there, sends that back up out of the zone. Grabbed by Bartness. Bartness crosses the blue line, tips over to Baker. Baker down to the corner. And Bartness, they send it out to Brzezinski. Brzezinski up high to Williams. Williams over to Nordness. Nordness shoots, deflected by a Valor defender. That one's going to get past Nordness. It was just going the opposite direction. Williams gets there, sends it across to Nordness. Nordness up the boards to Baker. Baker to Brzezinski. Brzezinski enters the zone. Shot from Brzezinski. Goaltender will cover that up. Talarico. Up high to McDonald. McDonald sends that, deflected wide of the net. Welty to the far boards. Welty tips it down to the corner looking for Talarico. That gets past him. Sent back behind the Valor net. Up the boards, picked up by Talarico. Back down to Welty. Welty's got Kaczynski out front. Moves it to him. Kaczynski gets a little shot off there. Able to work to pick up his rebound. He is pressured, drops it down looking for Talarico. It's behind him. Valor will pick it up. They'll carry out of the zone. Valor looking cross ice. Getting pretty rough now. Oh, geez. Talarico down. He's all right. He's getting up. Drew a penalty there for sure. Good hustle, Jimmy. Nordness looks to center that. Sent back up high. Sheridan holds it in. Sheridan sends it on net. Intercepted by the Valor. They're going to ice that.
Minnesota Valor's number 11, Zach Anderson, 2 minutes for hooking. That's Anderson, 2 minutes for hooking.
I'm sure you could hear that. That was a hooking call on Valor. So rapid fire, minute 41 left in the power play. Sheridan's going to take the face off. He is flanked by Pasberg and Jopi. Got Williams and Nordness on defense. Nordness sends that towards the net. That's wide. Williams will get there. Sends it back on net. Deflected over to the corner. Jopi there. Jopi up high to Nordness. Nordness cross ice to Williams. Williams fires between the legs of the defender. Hit some traffic out front. Sheridan almost got another shot off on it. That'll be sent up and out of the zone by the Valor. I don't think it's got enough for icing, so Williams will pick it up. Luke's just chilling. Luke looks bored right now, eh? Valor fires that on net. Luke's back with us. Tips it up to Williams. Williams will carry. Williams backhands that over to Jopi, who sends it down to the corner. Baker out of the box. He'll hold that in the zone. Held in by McDonald. McDonald circles around. He gets a shot. That's deflected wide. Chased by Baker behind the net. That one sent up, hits the skate of McDonald and held in. McDonald shoots again. Goaltender is going to glove that one. Bartness on the face-off. Got Brzezinski and Baker on the wings. I got jerseys tucked in. I think we've got McDonald and Olsen on defense. Olsen carries in top of the circle, sends that towards the net. Little bouncer. Just hits the side of the net. Valor is going to pick it up, carry to the corner. He held in by Olsen. Olsen enters, shot from the circle, hits a goaltender in the mask. Brzezinski gets a stick on the rebound. Brzezinski gets a backhand. That's in for a goal. Brzezinski off of Olsen there. Valor sends it up the boards, intercepted by Bartness. He'll carry into the zone. Bartness looks to drop it over to Baker. He's going to take that shot himself. Sorry, missed the camera there. He had man on him, so. Another goal there. That was Bartness. Nice shot by Bartness there. I think that's second of the game for Bartness. I'm off on the clock. There's just over a minute left. Brzezinski picks it up as the Valor player loses an edge there. Brzezinski sends it off the side of the net. Valor's going to clear the zone on that one. Got 45 seconds left. I will catch up at the next whistle. Cross ice to Olsen. Olsen looks up ice. He's got Bartness and Baker on top of each other there. Valor will send that back up out of the zone. Offsides there as Olsen carried it in. Baker was still trying to get out. Oh, we're running time. No wonder I'm off. Sorry. Usually that's not till the third, so I missed that. I'm off now, still. 17 seconds. Baker picks it up over in the far corner, chips it up to Bartness. Bartness back down to Baker. Baker behind the net. Brzezinski gets a stick on that. That'll be the end of 2. So we'll start the third in running time.
So, and I would say like, it's just me.
Yes, for sure.
Skills because he's also like good at
Yeah. Yep. Yep, I get that. All right, start of 3 will be in running time here. Shot from out near the blue line. Kick save by Sandberg, picked up by Kaczynski. Jeez. Gotta watch those sticks, man.
Go push your sticks, man.
Hey, please don't push me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Olsen carries into the circle. Olsen centers that. Kaczynski gets a stick on it, knocks it to the corner. Sent up high to Williams. Williams back low. Olsen trying to get free. He's got his stick held up. This is going to get chippy, I think. Chippier. Valor tries to clear. They're going to stretch it here. Shot up into the net, out of play. I gotta remember not to stop the clock. Sorry if I get a little off. Brzezinski out of the corner. Carry behind the Rapidfire net, sends it up the boards. Valor's going to pick it up. They center, broken up by Brzezinski. Valor picks it up. They get a shot off, though. Point blank on Sandberg. He makes the save. Talarico tries to chip it up to Welty. Loose puck along the boards. Valor's going to send it back. Brzezinski picks it up. Brzezinski stretches to Talarico. He's going to chip it up to Bartness. Talarico carries it through the neutral zone. Talarico's going to take a shot. Sorry on the camera. Delay. Kick saved by the goaltender. Brzezinski shot from out near the blue line. That's deflected up and out of, or into the glass, not out of play. Talarico sends it back towards the Valor net. Goaltender's just going to cover that one up and get a whistle. Sheridan. Over to Jopi, who sent it up to Kaczynski. He was looking cross ice for Williams. It was intercepted. Back check there by Williams, and Kaczynski's going to take it away. Kaczynski bodied off the puck behind the net. He's going to pick it back up as Sheridan steps in and bodies Valor off the puck. We'll have an icing call coming here. Sheridan on the face-off. Tied up in the skate, sent behind the net. Kaczynski grabs it. Kaczynski plays keep away, carries behind the rapid fire net. Gonna draw the defender and send it up the boards to Baker. Baker carries over the blue line. Oh, we'll have an icing there. I'm gonna do that to you and see if he bumps. Nice, Stitchy.
It's mine. Stitch attack.
Okay. Donald chips it off of the face-off. Valor's gonna grab it. Carrying to the zone, chased by Brzezinski, Talarico, and Olsen. Talarico's gonna pick up the puck. Sends that cross ice. Olsen works to get the puck into the zone. Valor's going to take it over, though. They send that over to the far corner. They overrun it. Kasperg sends it back down. Talarico poke checks away. Got that guy with his stick, man. Player loses an edge there. Olsen trying to get control of the puck. Oh, nice backhand shot by Olsen. And a goal by Kasperg off the backwards, behind his back, I don't know, center by Olsen there. That was pretty. Olsen took advantage of the player losing an edge. Nice pass behind his back though. Yikes. Kasperg gets there, makes a goal. Olsen chips that. Valor will grab it, send it cross ice. They're going to dump to the corner. Brzezinski there. Ooh, boy, that hurt. Brzezinski chips it back, picked up by McDonald. McDonald along the boards. Talarico reads and grabs the stretch pass there for the Valor. Tips it up to Kasperg. Kasperg is poked off his stick, but into the zone. Olsen down to the corner. Olsen loses an edge. Valor sends it up. They chip it over to Talarico. Talarico across to Brzezinski. Brzezinski being pressured. Fires at Coach Talarico, but stayed in play. Sent towards the net by McDonald. Goaltender is going to body that into his glove. Maybe don't fire it directly at your whole team right there.
At your coaches?
Kaczynski grabs that, holds his own, sends it down the boards to Welty. High sticking. It's running time because they scored. My assistant is incorrect. So high sticking call will bring it down into the rapid fire zone. You better eat every piece of that. ice. Big shot. Point blank on the goaltender. He'll make that save. What is happening? I have no clue what's happening. What is happening? It totally changed the course of the game, too. Apparently, Rapidfire had too many men and were getting off the ice, and Valor folks thought that should get called. Welty going to pick it up in the neutral zone. He's bodied off of the puck. This will be fun last 6 minutes. Longest 6 minutes ever. All right, rapid fire. We've got Brzezinski, Baker, Tallarico, Jopi. Tallarico has it in the neutral zone. He's pressured. Overruns the puck there. Brzezinski will carry. He'll dump that to the corner. Held in by Tallarico. Tallarico dumps it back to the corner. Hey, buddy. Brzezinski, Baker, and Williams combined there to... Is that Williams? No. Caden? Kyrolas here? Tallarico on a goal. Well, I'm trying to figure out who's who. I guess we've got Kyrola back here, 28. I don't know when he was here the whole game. If he was, sorry if I missed a call. Jersey's kind of tucked in on the back. Okay, enough of that. Chinsky up ice to Olsen. Olsen will carry. Olsen turns behind the net. He's looking to center. Olsen sneaks that one in. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened, but let's see if we can catch it. Olsen carried it in. I thought he was looking to center, but he snuck it on net through the 5-hole, I believe, or off to the side of the goaltender. Valor picks it up off of the face-off. Checked away by Hartness. Center, or sent up high here by the Valor. Defender drops it down to the corner. Hartness back along the boards over to Kaczynski. Kaczynski along the boards. He's bodied off of the puck. Offsides. over to the far corner. He centers, picked off by Valor. Valor will carry behind their net. Puck taken away there by Nordness. Nordness circles around. Gets a shot off, deflected by the goaltender. Take the Valor. I saw when Nordness got the shot off. They're taking both of them. Nordness got a shot off. He took a hit into the boards and must have retaliated. Chinsky chips that cross ice. Jopi gets there, sends it to Talarico. Talarico back down to the corner. Knocked down by Baker.
Coincidental minors assessed for Rapidfire number 10, Jonathan Nordness, 2 minutes for roughing. And the Valor's number 27, Weston Clark, 2 minutes for roughing.
Couple of incidental roughings there. Shot up over the net by Valor. And this will be the end of it here. They just stopped putting them up after that because that's the most gap we can have, I think. Not sure what time we'll be playing tomorrow.